Good evening and welcome to Pat's Picks, the Progressive Rock Hour on KMIH-FM, Mercer Island, Washington, 88.9 The Bridge. Tonight we continue to celebrate 50 years of Yes with Part 3 in a 5-part series, Perpetual Change, the music of Yes. I had the pleasure of seeing the band in concert on Thursday night at the San Michelle Winery. They were in fine form and really enjoying themselves. It was also a special day because Alan White was playing to his hometown friends and fans and celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday, Alan. If Yes are coming to a venue near you, I really recommend you go see them. You will not be disappointed. And now, on with the show. In 1974, Yes found themselves looking for a new keyboardist after the departure of Rick Wakeman the previous year. They teamed up with Swiss keyboard wizard Patrick Moraz. The result was one of the most unique Yes albums and a big fan favorite, Relayer. In 1994, Steve Howe said, "Sound Chaser is this madman from hell, an indescribable mixture of Patrick's jazzy keyboards and my weird sort of flamenco electric, which I'm sure has never been done before and will probably never be done again." And of course, the interplay between Chris Squire's bass and Alan White's drumming is just phenomenal. So without further ado, here is Sound Chaser. In 1999, Yes was a larger band, having 6 members. In addition to the core of Anderson, Squire, Howe, and White, they had Igor Koroshev on keyboards and Billy Sherwood on guitars and backing vocals. They entered Armory Studios in Vancouver, Canada, with Bruce Fairbairn producing. The previous album Fairbairn had produced was the reunion album by Kiss, Psycho Circus. Speaking as a closet Kiss fan, he produced one of their best with that one. Fairbairn was very hands-on and worked really closely with the band to create a cohesive collection of songs entitled The Ladder. Sadly, Fairbairn passed away during the mixing of the album, and when it was finished, it was appropriately dedicated to him. Here is the opening track from the album. This is Homeworld, The Ladder. Homeworld was also used in the real-time sci-fi strategy game of the same name. Next up is a section of my all-time favorite Yes solo album. This is the single edit of Silently Falling from Chris Squire's phenomenal Fish Out of Water album. That was a special dual solo edit of New State of Mind from 1997. After the Keys to Ascension and Keys to Ascension 2 albums, Rick Wakeman had left the band again. Having just signed a new recording contract, Yes were keen to get a new album out, but were short of material. Chris Squire and multi-instrumentalist Billy Sherwood had been recording material for their side project Conspiracy, and it was decided that a lot of that material would be embellished with contributions from John Anderson and Steve Howe to make a new Yes album called Open Your Eyes. Skipping back to 1976, for tax reasons, Yes had relocated to Switzerland to record the follow-up to 1974's Relayer album. During rehearsals for the album, Yes parted company with Patrick Moraz, and Rick Wakeman was invited back into the band. The result was a bright, hopeful, and happy album teeming with energy, as heard on the title track, Going for the One. Pat's Picks will be back right after this. Welcome back to Pat's Picks on 88.9 The Bridge as we celebrate 50 years of Yes with Perpetual Change, the music of Yes. That was an insight into the mind of Bill Bruford with his solo piece from the 1971 Yes album, Fragile, 5% for Nothing. The 1990s were an interesting period for Yes, seeing many changes. After the 1994 tour in support of the album Talk, Trevor Rabin left the band to pursue other interests, mainly composing several award-winning film soundtracks. Steve Howe and Rick Wakeman rejoined the band, and they set up shop in San Luis Obispo, California to work on new material. They booked some live shows in 1996 and recorded them. They combined the concert recordings with the new material they had written, and the Keys to Ascension album was born. The new songs were a return to writing longer pieces. Here is one of them. This is Be the One.
Never underestimate the power
That was To Ascend, a beautiful piece written by John Davison and Alan White from the 2014 album Heaven and Earth, the first studio album to feature John Davison on vocals, and sadly, the last to feature Chris Squire on bass, as he passed away in 2015. And we'll close tonight with a song from the 1989 album Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe. Obviously, with Chris Squire not involved, the bass position was going to be a very important decision. They made the right choice in Tony Levin, who had worked with Bruford in King Crimson, as well as in several other legendary bands. The sound on the album was big, the instrumentation dynamic, and the writing was strong as well. This is the climax of the album. This is the long edit of The Order of the Universe. Thanks, as always, for listening to Pat's Picks on 88.9 The Bridge. Look the show up on Facebook, search Pat's Picks Prague. Check out past episodes on SoundCloud, search Pat's Picks KMIH, or email the show at patspicksprague@yahoo.com. We'll be back next Sunday night at 9 with Part 4 of Perpetual Change, the Music of Yes. Until then...